What was your reaction to the war in Europe at the time?
Well, I voted when I was 21 for FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And he had a lot of peace lovers because they just did not want us to get into World War II. World War I was horrible. It was man to man. It was almost like the Civil War. They would lose like 100,000 people in one battle in World War I.
Oh.
And they just didn't want us to get into it for a second time. You see, it ended in 1918, World War I. And here, 1939, we're being asked to get into this war. So Franklin Roosevelt and Churchill got along wonderfully, and he gave them 40 destroyers on Lend-Lease. They wouldn't let us get in the war.
Yeah, so
Lend-Lease.
cool.
Have you ever heard about Lend-Lease?
Yeah, we just
That's
learned
long,
about that.
2 years before the war. And the only thing that got us in the war is Pearl Harbor. And you didn't let me talk about Japan, but Japan, Toyo, made this unholy pact with Hitler. So they had taken all our rubber. 100% of all our rubber was in these islands down by the Philippines. And they thought that would defeat us overnight, and it almost did. We immediately built 6 huge synthetic tire plants. They're very hard and they use synthetic rubber. Latex is natural rubber. This synthetic rubber, and then they asked us, we didn't have enough gasoline, so you had an A card, which I had for defense work, and the ordinary person had a C card. Well, they asked us to harden our tires even up to 40 pounds, and so your car rode very tough, but you got better mileage and you had synthetic rubber. So we beat Tojo at his own game. They were sure, because we're a nation on wheels, and they always have been, even World War I. But they lost because we built these synthetic
What
tires.
were your feelings about World War?
World War I?
No.
Say that again.
Wait, 1 second.